Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Casey and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book Freakout tag. That's a mouthful. So I saw this tag quite a lot last year and I really loved watching them. They're like some of my favourite videos to watch. So I was so excited that this year I could do it because I have my own channel now. So yeah, so that's exciting. And I've got my little Clockwork Angel necklace on because I thought today's top was a bit boring. It's just a black top. So I thought I'd liven it up a bit. So yeah, so let's just get into the questions. Also, I wanted to do this tag a bit early because before everyone like got tired of seeing it everywhere, because I told myself I wasn't going to film in June like before my exams, but here we are on a Monday morning. So yeah, I just can't help myself. So the first question is the best book you've read so far this year. So that's kind of a hard question because I have read some really good books this year actually. I think I've given out quite a few 5 stars, and recently as well I've just been giving out every book I read 5 stars. But I think my favourite probably is Jade City, which is the first book in the Greenbone saga by Fonda Lee. And yeah, I just love this book so much. It's like set in this world, and it's kind of following almost like a mafia family or like a crime family, 2 main clans in this world, and they're kind of competing for the control of jade, which jade in this world is like the hot commodity, and it's how they get magic as well. So the more jade you have, like the more power you have. So yeah, so that's kind of the source of the conflict, and then we're just following this like family. And the characters are all so great. I love them all. And yeah, the character relationships as well are done so well, like the sibling dynamics especially. I think especially between Hilo and Shay, I think their relationship dynamic is so interesting. So they're brother and sister, and yeah, it's just really fascinating to see. They kind of care about each other, but they also like butt heads a lot, and yeah, and they're just kind of, it's a really complicated relationship, and it's just so fascinating to read about. So yeah, I really love them. Yeah, just the world, the setting, everything is just so good. So if you like Peaky Blinders, then you definitely like Jade City. Yes, then the next question is the best sequel you've read so far. So I've read quite a lot of good sequels this year actually as well. I try to like carry on with series. I don't like having like a series half finished. So the most recent one is Check Please Volume 2. I had to include this because it's now my agenda to push this book at every opportunity. So yeah, this is just such an adorable graphic novel series, and it's following Bitty, who is a hockey player, and he's just gone to college or university. And yeah, it's just him and like finding his place within the team, and he also really loves to bake, so there's like lots of like pie. You can't really see it, but yeah, and he's just so cute. And then there's a male-male relationship as well. So but yeah, this one is just such a great sequel, and just the like emotion is so wholesome, and the ending, oh, it's just so emotional and so cute. And yeah, it just without fail will make you feel like happy and loved, and oh yeah, so I'd highly recommend this, and it's probably one of the best like sequels I've read. Also, because I'm incapable of like choosing one option, I would say The Girl and the Stars. So this isn't exactly a sequel, but it's like a spin-off, so I'm including it. But yeah, I just love this one so much, and kind of more than I was expecting to as well. Well, I was expecting to like it, but yeah, I wasn't expecting it to like overtake Book of the Ancestor for me, which I think it did. And yeah, so we're following Yaz, who's kind of trying to survive in this like icy world where the world's quite hostile, and yeah, she just ends up teaming up with these other like kids who've been kind of abandoned, and yeah, they're just all trying to kind of survive. Kind of reminded me a bit of like almost like the Hunger Games or like the Maze Runner, where the kind of environment's out to get you and there's these like just group of people trying to survive, and yeah, there's like tribes fighting against each other. So yeah, it was just really good, and I really enjoyed it. So 3 is a new release you want to get to but you haven't gotten to yet. So I usually try and be quite good at keeping up with new releases, but some very lovely people sent me for my birthday that I would really love to get to is, well, one is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. So this was sent to me by the lovely Emily, so I'll leave her channel link down below. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one because I think it's like a female version of Red, White and Royal Blue, and it's set in Scotland as well, which is super cool. And I just love like a bit of like fluffy contemporary occasionally. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy, but yeah, just a bit of just good old-fashioned cheesy romance once in a while is always good. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. And then also Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. So this was sent to me by the lovely Molly from Mind of Molly, so I'll leave her channel as well linked below. And I'm really excited for this one. The cover's so pretty and yeah, it just sounds so good. Yeah, it's a Count of Monte Cristo retelling, which I've never actually read, but it just sounds really good. And I believe it's sci-fi as well. I might just be getting that from the title, but so yeah, I'm really excited for this one. And then the fourth question is the most anticipated release for the rest of the year. So if you don't know what my answer to this one is, you either haven't been watching my channel for very long or you've got your head in the clouds. But yeah, I think the fairly obvious answer here is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. So this is the fourth book in the Stormlight Archive, which is my favourite series of all time. So I'm so excited to be getting a new instalment, and I think I'm going to do like maybe when the US cover gets released, a predictions video, and maybe I might do like a reacting to your predictions as well, because I'm not sure I can come up with that many by myself. But yeah, so I'm so excited for Rhythm of War and to see all my little babies again. And yeah, and I think Sanderson said as well that it's going to have like one of the foundational scenes that he envisioned when he was first like planning them out. So I'm really excited to see what that involves. And I'm hoping that no characters die, although I'm sure someone will. But well, my money's probably on Dalinar, but yeah, we'll see. I just really don't want any of the others. I mean, I love Dalinar, but I feel like he's kind of old, and so I wouldn't be too upset, but I would be kind of upset. But anyway, yeah. Well, like, if Kaladin died, I just wouldn't leave my room for a week. Also, I'm quite excited because apparently each Stormlight book has a different character focus for the flashbacks. And we know which flashback characters we're getting in this book. But also Sanderson has said that the actual like focus character of the book will be a different character from the flashback characters, because so far the like main character in each book has been the same character as the flashbacks. Sorry if this didn't make sense. Just trying to explain it without like spoilers or anything. And I'm thinking that maybe the main character we're going to get in Rhythm of War is going to be Adeline, who is my favourite. So yeah, so I'd really love to see that, because he has had like, I think in Oathbringer there's quite a bit of setup for what could be a main arc for him with like Myalarin and yeah, and all the Shadesmar stuff, so hopefully. And also I think on the Bulgarian cover it's got both Shalom and Adeline, so maybe he'll get his own book, which would be amazing. So yeah, also I went on about that for a while. But also I'm really excited for The Burning God, which is the third book in the Poppy War series, and also A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. That just sounds so cool. Yeah, I loved her Spinning Silver and Uprooted. I haven't read her other series, the Temia one, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I'm really excited for Deadly Education. It sounds so good. And also coming out very soon is going to be The Empire of Gold. Yeah, so I'm so excited about that. Yeah, I'll be listening to the audiobook as soon as I get it, and I just want everyone to be okay, especially Inari and Jamshid. They're my favourite characters, and yeah, just need them to be okay. I also really like the villain in that series, Miniza. She's like, yeah, I just like female villains. So the next question is biggest disappointment. So for me that's going to be Stormfront by Jim Butcher. So I had two that I could have picked for this, like Stormfront and Black Prism, but I think to me Stormfront was a bigger, like they were both bad, but Stormfront was the bigger disappointment because I'd really loved Jim Butcher's other books. So I love the Codex Alera series, so the first one is Furies of Calderon, and I also really love the Aeronauts Windlass. So yeah, I gave Aeronauts Windlass 5 stars and most of the Codex Alera books 5 stars as well. But yeah, Stormfront was just not it. I think it was written a while ago, and I don't know, I was just expecting this like really fun, like a murder mystery almost, but it just wasn't that. It was kind of boring, and the character, Harry Dresden, I hate him so much. He's just so misogynist. I said it right. Yeah, and I just want to strangle him. But yeah, it was just a very kind of very sexist book. Basically, the only like reasonably good female character that wasn't like completely sexualized in the like climax scene, she basically was just there to be rescued. So maybe she has some growth throughout the series, and I know a lot of people do love the series, so I'm sure it does get better. But yeah, just wasn't for me. And it was disappointing because yeah, like I said, I really like his other books. So yeah, whereas with the Black Prism, I think I sort of maybe knew a bit more what I was getting, so it wasn't quite as much of like a disappointment, if that makes sense. So then the next book is The Biggest Surprise. So for me, that's going to be Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So this one is a surprise because I loved it so much, and I mean I was expecting to like it because I really like Elizabeth Acevedo and I love With the Fire and High. But because it's poetry and I've never read a poetry book before, I was a bit scared. So I didn't know if I would like it or not. So yeah, but I really loved it. And yeah, and I don't think I'm not like intelligent enough in terms of like English skills to like comprehend poetry fully. But I did really enjoy it, and I still got a lot out of the story, and I thought it was kind of really beautiful and lyrical. So yeah, so I really enjoyed that. So now I've got this whole world of poetry opened up to me. So I think so far books I'm planning on reading are The Poet X and also The Black Flamingo, because they're both books I was kind of putting off because I was scared of poetry. So if anyone has any other like poetry, because it kind of follow a story, then I would be interested to hear. So yeah, well, my world has been expanded now. But yeah, I just love this book so much. We're kind of following two sisters who don't know about each other. So they're half sisters, and their father has been like having two families, and then their father unexpectedly dies. So it's kind of dealing with the consequences of that, and then finding out about each other and kind of coming to terms with that. So yeah, it's just so good, so moving, and so kind of immersed in like culture, and yeah, it's just a fabulous book, so I'd highly recommend it. And number 7 is Favourite New Author. So for that one I'm going to choose M.L. Wang, who is the author of Sword of Kaigan and also the Theonite books, so Planet Adin and Orbit. And yeah, I've read all of them like in the past couple of months, and I just love them so much. Sword of Kaigan is just, that's another one of my like favourite books of the year. It's so good, and you should all read it. It's got quite a unique format because the kind of climax of the book actually happens in the middle. And I really like that because you get sort of then the aftermath, because I think it reads as a standalone, so it's good to have the kind of climax and then time to like recover with the characters and like really see the consequences of the war and have that kind of emotional healing, because I think that just really made the book for me, because yeah, I really love like character focused stuff and kind of seeing that like emotion. So yeah, there's some just really moving moments, and her writing is so beautiful, it just makes you so emotional, and I think like every single one of her books has made me tear up a bit. Yes, it's just fantastic. Her characters are also like endearing, and especially in the Theonite series, I just care about them so much, they're little kiddies, and yeah, I just want them to succeed. So yeah, I would highly recommend her books, and I'm definitely going to read anything she writes in the future. Okay, so then the next one is Newest Fictional Crush. So we all know I'm good at thirsting after fictional characters. But I actually think kind of as I've got older, I'm more like, instead of having like book boyfriends, I've more transitioned into having like book babies. So I just want to like wrap them in blankets and give them a hug. I'm usually like I like the like sunshiny, like kind, friendly characters more. But I will say, Hakai Mono, I do quite like him from Soul of the Sword. So he is kind of like the villain. But you know, it wouldn't be the booktube world without some thirst over a fictional villain. But yeah, I just really liked him. So yeah, I might say that one, or Hilo from J City, although he is kind of a bit wild and does some questionable things, but I still really like him. Yeah, and also maybe Hadrian from The Theft of Swords, quite like him. Fictional crushes. But they're not really crushes, just more like characters that I like looking at, like fan art of stuff or something. So yeah. So then the next one is your newest favourite characters. So for me, I'm going to do a cast of characters, and that is the characters from Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. So yeah, I just love all these characters. Like Cordelia, she's now easily one of my favourite shadow hunters. I loved Alistair. There's like this meme that's like, I went into Chain of Gold hating Alistair and came out with a whole ass adoption certificate, which I think is so funny and also very accurate. So yeah, so I love him. I love Matthew. Oh, Matthew. And yeah, I love Anna Lightwood. She's just absolute like goals. Yeah, I just love them all. Lucy and Jessie. Oh, love them. Yeah. Yeah, Jesse Blackthorn. I love him. A good ghost. But yeah, I just really love them all. So I'm so excited for the next one to like get more with the characters, because I would say this is quite character focused. Like it's quite chunky and there isn't a lot of plot. But I just love the characters so much that it just, yeah, I just love them. Also, I would say Misaki from the Sword of Kaigan. She's just such an amazing character, and yeah, she's just fantastic. So she's like one of the reasons that book is amazing. So yeah, I would also say her. Then the next prompt is a book that made you cry. So yeah, so like I was saying, the like Sword of Kaigan, that definitely made me cry a bit. I definitely tend to cry at like emotional moments rather than like sad moments, if that makes sense. Especially as well if I'm reading like the end book in a series, that often makes me like a bit teary-eyed. So yeah, so I'd say I don't like viscerally cry a lot in books, like actual tears, but I do get a bit emotional sometimes. So yeah, Sword of Kaigan. Also more plugging of Check Please. The ending did make me a little bit like emotional. What else? Oh, some Heartstopper updates, they always make me a bit teary. It's just like the wholesomeness, it just makes me, I don't really cry a lot, so. So then the next prompt is a book that made you happy. So this is kind of like a weird one to choose for this prompt, but I'm going to pick The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. Because I feel like I could probably say like any of the graphic novels like Check Please or Heartstopper, but I've already mentioned them, so I'm gonna choose something different. But this one just, I don't know, the characters are just so lovable and like dumbassy, and I just love that in characters. And it's kind of, it's not that dark of a book, like it's quite sort of, I don't know what the word is, like not comical, but almost like it doesn't take itself too seriously, basically. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, the characters are so great, and it's just like the kind of fantasy that just makes you smile. So yeah, it's all a bit like convoluted and a bit not ridiculous, but kind of that kind of thing, like, you know, it's a bit far-fetched, but you still really enjoy it anyway. And yeah, Kieran, he's just such an adorable little dumbass. So yeah, so I really enjoyed this one. And also along the similar lines, like Theft of Swords, that one also made me quite happy, because that's just like, they just have the best bromance and like banter, the two main characters. And yeah, it's just kind of a really like fun, lighter fantasy. So yeah, so I really like both of them, and they both made me happy. So then the next prompt is the most beautiful book you bought this year. So I bought/received a lot of beautiful books. So I went like early in the year and on a bit of a buying a collector's edition spree. My beautiful Six of Crows editions. So these are stunning. I bought the Mistborn collector's editions. So these are also very pretty. Yeah, I think the Final Empire one is probably my favourite. I just love the like city. Yeah. Also this is just me. Also the Chain of Gold collector's edition. That's also stunning. And yeah, and also the lovely Anna Marie for my birthday got me Kingdom of Back, which I was just blown away by how beautiful this cover is. I don't think you can see it on camera quite as much, but yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. It's like a tree. And I love trees. Yeah, like moons and music, and yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, really like that one. And also The City We Became. So I don't think this is the most like I don't know, pink edges. I don't think this is like the most kind of conventionally like beautiful or whatever cover, but I just think it's so pretty, and I like the kind of style with like the, I'm not a big, like, I don't know much about art, but I'm sure this kind of style has a name, like retro or something, I don't know, but yeah, it's just really cool, and I think it just captures the book so well, like it's quite a vibrant book, so yeah, so I think this one. So I chose quite a lot of books for that. I'm incapable of choosing any one book. So then number 13 is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? So gonna say Eye of the World. I've had this on like my TBR every single month since I started my channel. But yeah, so Eye of the World, definitely. Also all the new releases that I mentioned, and then some more birthday gifts. So Malice, I really want to read this series. This is like probably going to be my next like chunky adult fantasy series that I want to read. And also June, so this is like a classic sci-fi, but it's so good, and well, I don't know, it's so good, I've heard it's so good. Yeah, and there's also a beautiful cover, so yeah, so I'm really excited to read this one as well. So yeah, there's some that I want to get to by the end of the year. And then number 14 is your favourite book community member. So I don't want to pick one favourite because I feel like that would just be a bit mean, but there's so many, like I seriously love like all of you, and I just shout out a few people because you should all check out their channels because they're amazing. So first of all, I have to shout out Nicole and her books, because this channel probably wouldn't exist without her like encouragement and support on Twitter. So yeah, so thank you so much, Nicole. You're amazing, and you should all go and check out her channel. Also Taylor from Made Between the Pages. So we started our channels at like basically the same time, and we just like all the same books, so we're like booktube twins. So yeah, definitely go and check out her content because it's just so relaxing, and she always like calms you down. And also Tammy from Tammy Tries to Read. I just love her videos so much, like her personality is just so good. She's kind of like sassy but also quite sweet, and her way of discussing books is just so good. Like I feel like whenever I discuss books, I'm just like, there, it was so good. But yeah, she just discusses them really well, and she's definitely worth checking out. Also Sophia from Fantasy Book Addict, I think she changed the name of her channel. Yeah, I just love her videos so much. She has such great taste in books. And yeah, she has beautiful bookshelves, and yeah, her personality is just the best as well. She's like Tammy, kind of like sweet but sassy, and yeah, so her videos are amazing, so you have to check her out. And then finally Ella from Ella's Novellas. I just love her videos. I get so excited whenever she uploads, and yeah, she's just so well spoken, and she's just got such a like charming personality, and her videos are just an absolute joy to watch. So yeah, so they're some of my favourites. You should all go and check them out. And yeah, so but there's like so many more. And I do have a small booktuber shout out video coming, which I filmed a while ago, and I've now discovered like so many more amazing people, so I might have to film a part 2 and part 3. So yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do this tag, so I'm going to tag all the people I just mentioned, and then also anyone else who wants to do it. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I hope you are all having a great day, and I will see you next time.